everyone. Corona. I have thoughts. The same thoughts that probably everyone has right now. Two words are coming up. Fear and future. People ask me, Heike, when do you think it will be the way it used to be? And my prompt answer is, never. The whole world is in a crisis. The biggest crisis, I believe, since World War II. And we are all going through a kind of trauma right now. Trauma always changes people, and it will be impossible to return and continue where we left off. I want to share something with you, which my fingers basically wrote by themselves. Join me and have a look into the future. It is the 3rd of November of this year, 2020, and it is one of the last beautiful autumn days. The sun is high above us and the air is refreshingly crisp. We are sitting in our favorite cafe around the corner and Pedro, the owner, smiles at us and greets us with a wonderful "Buongiorno, 2 cappuccino come sempre?" We are so unbelievable happy that Pedro had made it. Not just his little cafe survived the hard corona times, but also he himself had survived. Even though Pedro was one of the many who were hit hard by the stroke of fate, by losing his parents and sister in March. He serves us with the warmest and truest of smiles, just like the years before. The last year and the difficult times had welded us together, and we have learned so much from him. We look at each other, shake our heads, and ask ourselves how we could have possibly lived our life in happiness 1 year ago. How could we have consumed endless, anonymous entertainment, measure our status by things our money could buy us and distract us from the things and the people that are real value in life? How could we have tolerated the overcrowded roads, the internal traffic and the ever-present hectic which filled our life? The stress of always having to strive towards more and more, faster and faster, better and better, bigger and bigger. How could we have dropped off our little babies into daycare centers at 6:30 in the morning? And how did we survive the terrible, grumpy and unfriendly people around us? How little and superficial did we love back then, and how seldom did we greet our neighbor, let alone offer them our help? Friendly but determined, we ignored the problems of the others, and if we cared, it was in the form of secretly laughing about it behind their backs. How could we have acted so inhuman? The little free time we had on our hands was wasted by watching TV series, Facebook and video games. How could we eat meat every day and think that all of this was our right? How could we have looked down on people who worked and create with their hands, like the nurse, the builder, the housewife or the butcher, just because they didn't go to university and were seen as insignificant? And how could we go on with all of this ignorance while our planet and nature suffered without measure? The only thought that drove us were, I have to have the newest car, the newest cell phone and the most modern kitchen. This egoistic lifestyle didn't just destroy our nature, but also the people who lost their homes and life in this cruel world. And what did most of us do? Look away, because that was easy. We saw we knew what true happiness was, but actually we knew nothing. We have tears in our eyes while we hold our hands and think about life, how it used to be not even 1 year ago. Today everything is different. Thanks to technology, we have learned to work from home with much less stress and hectic. We have learned how important family time is. Sitting together on the breakfast table, cooking together, playing, talking and laughing. That's our everyday life today after the crisis. We have learned that life also works without TV, the news, cell phone and superficial gossip. We found our way back to old friends and made new friendships. Friendships in which one can honestly share good and bad times. We only have one car and this almost never gets used, as we are on the road with our bicycles. We feel fitter and healthier and our body thanks us. The front yard where our second car were parked made space for a vegetable garden, which gets happily cared for by the kids. The old age home from grandma got replaced for a room in our house, and now there's a constant knowledge exchange between 3 generations. Of course, everyone still faces problems, but we have learned to deal with them in a healthier, more productive and lovely way and found balance and stability in our home and within ourselves. Almost everything got reduced, but we got so much richer. Our neighbor has lost his factory job during the hard corona time, and out of necessity he had to go back doing what he once loved, renovating old furniture. And now he can hardly save himself from all the work. It is the 3rd of November 2020 and we are sitting in our favorite cafe around the corner. We could continue forever talking about the old times and how the world has now changed. Please make me a favor, and whenever you feel fearful, thoughts about the future scare you, think about my little story. Let it take away your fear and give you the hope for a bright and beautiful future. Let us not be scared, but diligent and brave and full of hope. And let us use this time to self-reflect about ourselves and the lives we are living. We are all in the same boat, and this moment and have the same chances. Now is the time to use it. Stay healthy. Love and faith, Heike.